Hey guys, it's Lucid, welcome back. We're jumping into Bumble Rumble, turn 101, and let's see what this turn holds. I've actually looked at this turn and spent way more time than I should already. I haven't even done most of it. I've just been thinking about it and testing things, because we've got crazy shit happening. Unfortunately we had a nightmare projected at Mr. Hands. He managed to resist it, but if he gets hit with it, he's kind of fucked. And it is going to preferentially target him. So it's actually one of, like, the big Mr. Hand's weaknesses. Fortunately, I'm not really fighting like an Astral Death Nation. Like, he may have it on one of his guys, but he can't spam it, so that's good. Yeah. Anyway. That's a risk we got. So let's look at all the events here. Start off with this one. Okay, so we got our report. We blocked a spell here. We cast Record of Creation, and we didn't find anything. Now, the problem with this, and I've already taken the gear off him, was this was the guy I put Record of Creation thing on, not to cast Record of fucking Creation, but to cast Iron Walls. And Tienchi moved in more people, and has now cracked my fort because some idiot, / me, apparently was just autopilot, like, clicked Record of Creation rather than realizing I put all this freaking earth gear on him so that he could cast Iron Walls. So this actually was a problem. Okay. So, Mind Hunt, we cast it, but we got wrecked. Then they snatched somebody here, so we'll see a battle for... This guy got picked up by Pythium and got delivered on top of one of his forts, which is kind of annoying. Curse of Blood, Gift of Reason, Astral Window, Teleport. Okay. Tienchi attacks with some wolves. We lost... So this actually is an interesting battle. I teleported these guys on top of his guys, but he teleported in a golem. And his golem has a Ring of Returning. And it has Clam of Pearls and a Rune Smasher, and it's basically just gonna slam out Soul Slay. And unfortunately, he's getting really good magic resistance rolls. And just, like, deleting my fucking guys. Because we were gonna enslave these guys, and that turns out it does not happen. Now, I can't remember if the battle replay report's right for this, because I know we killed the Tart, but what I'm not sure about is whether this white mage actually died in the official report. Okay, so... yeah, we got the white mage too. So... fortunately we got some of the gear that we lost, but unfortunately we lost, like, I was expecting to profit from this, but that golem kind of fucked me. So anyway, well played, that was a good move by him. So that was, this one. Coming down, search for sites, I don't think we found anything. Nope. We got attacked by a Gore-Tide Horror, we'll watch this just because it's funny. Normally you get assassinated by a Gore-Tide Horror, you're like, oh no, fuck. Oh no, my god's getting assassinated by a Gore-Tide Horror. Now, unfortunately, he's not casting super smart stuff, but doesn't matter. Okay. Next. This guy got attacked by Floatcat Horrors, rip. Next, that's because we've been using Lightless Lanterns. I remember in Dominions 4 getting... like, Lightless Lanterns being way more punishing. But it could be because I think like the times I would use it, a lot of times I would do it with imp familiars, which they have stacking taint percentages, and yeah. If you have two things on it, it ends up kind of getting you a lot faster than just one. Which, if you think about it, kind of lowers the value of each individual item you put on it a little bit, just because they're not going to be around quite as long. Okay, we attack Relay and are successful. We have this, where we conquer this from Pythium. We have a battle here with Rus. This is us just moving over to go into the northern sea of Relay. Now, these guys all spammed out quickening. So yeah, these ghosts are all quickened. And quickened ghosts are pretty scary. But the ghosts are going to be nice for cracking through forts too. We should think about making sure that... We're going to switch to water elemental spam, but I want to make sure my ghosts get quickened every fight. Okay, so that was this one. We see Relay actually doing some counter raiding, which is the first time we've seen this. I think they've kind of given up, but apparently they've decided to push back Vanarus a little bit. I think we are just sacrificing a guy here. What are we doing here? I can't even remember. I don't know. I think I was sacrificing, like doing a kind of weird play here, but... Like what? What the fuck is this script? I don't even know. I think this was like a misclick or something. This is a mistake. Anyway. Okay, we see that this guy, and it's actually important because we have an assassin here. And normally I would say we would be okay to kill like even thugs with an assassin, but not this guy. He's got a smasher and a flesh eater. He will chew up a water elemental. 29 protection, yeah. And he's a prophet. Oh shit. Is he twice spawned? Is it a white mage? Yeah, it is a white mage. Okay. Yeah, I'm not... I mean, we could mind hunt him. That's about it. I don't know. But this is going to be... We're going to have to do threat prioritization here because we've got some bad shit happening. We haven't even got to it yet. Windmaster... I hate these fucking Windmasters from Tienchi. It's from the Throne of Air. This guy's got a Ring of Returning, and this fucking air elemental just drops down and zaps the shit out of me before I can do anything. Really annoying. Urgh. Anyway. I swear to God, those air elementals are annoying. They are very efficient little one-man raiders. Okay, we were just sacrificing a guy. He had like 1 HP left. He was diseased up. I think that was this one. I think this is a funny one. Oh, no. Okay. So this pisses me off. In like a major way. So I had scripted Power the Spheres, Master and Slave Retreat. And the reason is because he has a lot of low MR dudes, and we were just gonna kind of tag him. But this is the army that's now sieging me outside this fort. He's got this guy, a Flame Spirit with some... what do you call it? Reinvigoration gear. He's got this guy... He's got Ember, lightning shield, and then boots of quickness and stuff. And then he's got this guy with the flailing hands, and then this guy, staff of elemental mastery, basically probably like an acid caster. And then this guy, probably gonna drop Army of Gold. He's got this guy who's got the horror harmonica and some reinvigoration gear. And he's got this guy who's got the Crown of Overmight with the Rune Smasher, which is of course a very fun little combo. And then Thistle Mace, and yeah, Nature Gem. So I'm not sure what he's gonna cast, but we'll see actually. Then other mages, he's got this guy who's gonna jump into Communion and probably do either Mass Flight or Fog Warriors. And then he's got this guy who's gonna spam some annoying shit. I'm not sure what it's going to be. He's got a Wraith Lord here with the Pelt of Fenris. He's got another guy here who's gonna do some annoying stuff, I'm sure. He's got a Wraith Lord here who I haven't looked at the gear yet. Oh, it's got Life After Death. It's got the Ankh. Yeah, so that means things like Turn 1 Earthquake are not gonna work. He is going to be reliant on a Communion, I think, to get off things like Will of Fates. Which actually, for my plan, is going to be one of the more annoying things. These guys are going to fluff these guys. We'll just watch the script real quick, because this will be enough to trigger gym usage. Now, the thing that pisses me off is because I tested this, and when I test something and then it doesn't work, when it should work and I shouldn't even need to test it, is annoying. So the script, like all the things lit up right if we go back and look at my other turn, which we actually may do after this battle, because we can look at the turn I submitted. But I'm Astral 10, I'm going to cast Power of the Spheres, go up to Astral 11, but we're going to watch his side of the map first. Okay, wait, Mr. Hands prepares to cast Power of the Spheres, so the first part's working. Okay, and he gets a very early anti-magic off. Meanwhile, we cast Power of the Spheres, so we're Astro 11 now, and we have a shit ton of gems. It's like 15 or something. Regeneration went off. Living Water came out. Creeping Doom. Will of Fates has gone off. Now my god's running. He has not cast Master and Slave. I swear to God, having somebody not cast something is so annoying. Now, sometimes they won't cast things when it will give them a lot of fatigue. Like, first of all, he's got 300 fucking HP. He doesn't care about taking a little HP damage. So if there is a rule, like, you know, that would prevent him from doing it because he's going to take some HP damage, it's really dumb if that happens on a really high hit point dude. Secondly, is I tested it, and we can make a test game, where I'm going to do it again right now, because it's really freaking annoying. Like, watch this. Save game and quit. I don't know if I have. Look at this. Okay, so he's Astro 11. So we'll just give him this. We're not going to do Power of the Spheres because I accidentally empowered him too much. So we'll just have him do Master and Slave and then retreat, okay? Or we'll have him just sit here for a second and then retreat, okay? And we're going to attack right here on top of this ESCN army. So there's a bunch of pearls, or not even as many as I have in the other one. We're Astro 11, which is the only path that's relevant. Iron Skin, and then Master and Slave. So I tested this. That's why I have this set up on this guy. I didn't prepare for this recording. So when you test something and then it fucks up in the game, tilting. Very tilting. Okay, so that was what I wanted to do. And here I'll just show you the turn that I submitted. Just to show you what kind of script we're working with. Power the Spheres, Master and Slave Retreat. Right, this was obviously his script. Anyway, this is kind of... it's happened a few times, and it's actually significantly impacted the game. It happened with Serpent's Blessing, which basically screwed over that whole army by getting them all massively afflicted. And now it's happened again, where, like, I would have murdered all of his chaff with that. Like, that would have done a lot of damage to his chaff, because especially his wolves and stuff, I would have gotten, like, almost all of them. So anyway, that would have been good, and then he might have, who knows what he would have done. He could have been a lot of collateral damage, as he tried to kill the wolves with spells and this, that, and the other. I might have even gotten one of the tarts. There's a non-zero chance of that. But anyway, as that all plays out, because of balance, I'll just skip forward through the battle, because it's really unfortunate, but it'll give you a sense of what we're gonna have to deal with. So my guys run, but they get surrounded by swarm stuff. And wolves. And I think he casts swarm. So all of my attempts at retreating kind of don't work terribly well. And then mass flight comes out, and then everybody jumps in and kills everybody. So that is the situation we're dealing with. But all of that would have been fine. Like, none of this would have been a problem if we cast our shit, and we didn't. I mean, you see it's a big army. It's 800 dudes. A lot of it's foul spawn, and some of it's wolves. In terms of quality troops, there's a couple or maybe a couple hundred. And then in terms of number of mages, we got 45 Imperial Geomancers. Is that it? We have a battle inside their fort, and we take it. Let's see if he even is scripting at this point. I don't know if he is. I mean, I'm not sure what these guys would cast. Yeah, okay, he's scripting. He's doing some water elementals. And they kill some of my guys. Okay. So there we go. So, I mean, that's good news. But, anyway, it is annoying when things don't work and they should. Where are these guys? Okay, I guess we're getting rid of some of those. That's why I have a lot to do, and I don't know how much of this we're gonna actually do together. But we're gonna talk about some of the important things first. Like, one of the major important things is, do I fight this or do I not? And if I fight it, this army inside, there's no way 75 of these guys are gonna throw off all of those other guys. It's just not gonna happen. So then the question is, what are we gonna do? And I've already kind of come up with my plan, and then I've tested my plan, and it's taken me the better part of the morning. I haven't recreated this army that we see here perfectly, but what I did recreate pretty honestly, I didn't get these guys, which would be impactful potentially, but not really. I got the tarts, and I put the right gear. I got approximately the right paths on all of them, because they're really random. So especially getting, like, these ones, which are wildly random, getting the right ones was kind of tricky. But I basically got all the tarts, and put the same gear that they had on them. And then I threw a bunch of mages in here. I didn't get like all the mages or all the right mages, but I got some of them. And yeah. That is basically so I've done this, and then I've come up with my plan. Now, I want to state some of the stakes. One option is I can just do the Gatestone on this guy, and with the Gatestone, I can just zap him and everybody, like my army, my troops, somewhere useful, and I can do something useful. And then we can have everybody in here retreat, and then we'll come down and try to defend this. But that would be giving up this fort. So on one hand, I could give up this fort. Now, the problem with giving up this fort is it's like he's just gonna pour through, and there's a very good likelihood, like defending this will be pretty hard. Not that hard, but kind of hard. So anyway, we actually should think about moving like more of these guys in here. Okay. It's fine, these guys can hang tight. So, anyway, the risk is that basically I'm gonna start losing a lot of this Pangean land. Or Olmish Pangean land. And I'll potentially lose this throne, which I do not want to lose. It gives me 2 pearls a turn, which I like. I've got some pretty good sites here. It's basically a 5 gem site. Plus, it's gonna pump out Dominion. And the last thing I want is Tienchi's Dominion getting pumped out all through here. So, and it's gonna be the domino effect. I mean, these things are gonna start falling one after the other if I can't prove that I can defend my fort. So I want to keep it. The problem is my army can't fight it. The other problem is he's had a big army like this kill Mr. Hands before. But Mr. Hands was not in friendly Dominion. The situation that's different is we're now in Dominion Strength 6. So, we're actually getting decent bonuses here to our magic resistance. When we do anti-magic, we'll be up to 27, which is not bad. And then importantly, our paths are so high that for a lot of the things we're going to get targeted with, we're going to get bonus MR, especially things like Soul Slay. This is, being Astral 10, if I understand it, and I went and checked the Dominion's calculator out and how it worked, it should give me basically 10 additional MR for any spell that's Astral that's generating an MR check. And for Nature, I'll get a few too. So the stakes are like, okay, I could lose Mr. Hands and I could lose the artifacts on him. And these would be kind of annoying to lose. But like, I can make another one of these. Anyway, I mean, you know, it's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. And honestly, I mean, even if somebody steals this, like, they get it, you know, I can just make a Storm Staff. Not a big deal. The risk and what the real stakes are is that A, I'm gonna lose my guys inside. B, there is a risk, because if we look at what we've got here, what we're fighting, I don't know how many Nature Mages are part of the Communion. I do not think it's many. I think it will be like, maybe this guy. He's probably gonna do mass regen. That's not one. This guy... Wait, no. Well, I know it's this lady. So she was the one I was kind of primarily thinking about. High Nature, Magic Penetration Gear. So there's a few... There's a few Nature Mages. And one of the risks. Now, I want you to. We're gonna watch this battle. We're gonna look at her. These guys appear to be on cast spells. Mass regeneration. They're getting all the buffs out. There's a lot of Soul Slay coming out, but these guys appear to be on cast spell, not on advancing cast, and that's kind of significant because there is actually a sort of game-losing condition. It is a game-losing condition for me. It's called apparent. I didn't know about it, but I was kind of just browsing through this Discord forums and I saw people talking about it, and it had nothing to do with me. But there's something called getting toted. And getting toted, I've been toted before, but it's not really getting toted. Like getting, okay, so there's getting toted, which is when you have this spell cast on you. I think it's enchantment, actually. Actually, I have no idea what it is. It's not evocation. Okay, it's alteration. It's polymorph. Now, polymorph is tricky. Okay, wait, we might be okay. Wait, is that it? For some reason I was thinking there was one that didn't... Oh, it's Curse of the Frog Prince. This is the one I'm thinking of. Actually, let's double check. I want to check something real quick. Anyway. So it's Curse of the Frog Prince. I don't know if it says which one. Let's go ahead and look it up. So it's going to be all units not available, and it's going to be Frog. Oh no, actually it's not as bad as I thought. I mean, it would be horrible, because we get turned into a frog. The not as bad as I thought part is these guys are poor amphibians. Now this is a way, I think, to get rid of, like a... Well, I mean, there's multiple ways now to get rid of Immortal. I'm not totally sure what the Toad discussion was. I was thinking, and it could just be if you get Polymorph. Like, Polymorph, I think, turns you into a pig. And I believe that's permanent. But I'm not really worried about that. Short range requires nature gems. But if I got turned into a frog, or a pig, let's say, and I die, and then I call my god back, and I call him back underwater, and whatever unit he gets turned into can't breathe underwater, that's bad news bears. That's really bad. Because then he would permanently be dead, and I would lose the hundreds of gems I invested in him in terms of empowering him, and then wishing, and all that stuff for magical power. So, like, kind of my win condition has, like, I'm gonna win probably largely through Mr. Hands casting certain spells. So him getting permanently deleted from the game would be a big deal. And anyway, that's one thing I'm worried about. So I tested it some, and I figured if I can't get it to work, like if I can't get this sorted out where I win pretty reliably, then I'm just gonna get the hell out of Dodge. But after a fair amount of testing, I was able to get it to work, and I came up with what I need to do. So I need to get Soul Drain off, Phoenix Pyre, and Meteor Shower. This is going to clear the army, but it's not going to win me the fight. I'm going to have to smack people in the face to win the fight. And even then, there's a pretty decent chance that I could... Like, one of these guys that is in her army has the Flailing Hands, which will potentially cause me to rout. I have found in tests. And I have very high morale, 30, but it's not high enough that I... This one. That I don't have to worry about it. I routed several times, actually very frequently in the tests. So anyway. What I have found I need to do, I need to get Soul Drain off, my death is not high enough. And I've kind of been talking about Soul Drain. I need to empower in death. And anyway, we can't do that quite yet. Either I'm gonna have to use pearls, or more likely I'm gonna have to use death gems. But then I can do Soul Drain just with either doing a crystal shield or doing power spheres for the first part of my script, and then when I don't have to waste anything on Communion Master, because right now I'm wasting effectively 3 slots on Soul Drain. But versus a whole army, Soul Drain is going to be crazy. It's going to put me up to 600 HP. It's going to make me 0 fatigue, so I can spam out spells. And yeah, it's basically going to be the shit. Now, the other thing we're going to do, Phoenix Pyre, because there's a chance I'll die, and then Meteor Shower. And Meteor Shower is going to do a pretty good job killing a lot of his army. So anyway. That's basically what we got. I think I actually need to get up to 20 here too. I was thinking that would give me enough where I can do this. Okay. So, anyway, if there's a small contingent that comes down to throw this under siege, we should be kind of okay. But anyway, back to the script. So, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna have a small screen. So, we've also... Let's talk about our gear. We've changed the gear up a fair bit. We still have Ring of Regeneration and Amulet of the Fish. We can't take Amulet of the Fish off. We have the Tempest, which is going to put Storm up. So things like him spamming out bugs or whatever, they're not going to have any effect and, like, catch my people in the back line. And then we have the Summit, which is just a good weapon. But arguably, this one might be better if I do... Sword of Swiftness. And then we have Flesh Eater, which is pretty freaking good for obvious reasons. It's gonna send me Berserk, and then Berserk with Soul Drain and Phoenix Pyre. They basically are not gonna be able to kill me. There's a chance I die, and it happened in tests with the script I had. The way that I die is... I think the only time it happened, I got the shit beat out of me by their tarts after I got paralyzed. And then being paralyzed and having the shit beat out of me, we ended up getting, I think, mute, and then maybe eventually later blinded. And we couldn't really kill the tarts, and we were berserked and the battle timed out and everybody died. But they can't kill me. It's just not gonna happen. But we're gonna have to have a pretty intense fluffing routine. What are the things that are important? Well, the things that are important is that we have turn 1 anti-magic. That's like top level of importance. So the guy we're gonna be having doing that. Well, who is gonna be doing that? I think it's actually... I think it was actually going to be this guy. There's a magic phase attack here. It's possible he can't route there. So we're going to have redundancy for important things like magic resistance. We're going to do turn 1 anti-magic, but we're also going to do things like throw out Iron Will and stuff. But anyway, he's coming in. He's going to be doing... Oh, let's see if we find him. Anti-magic, and then I don't really know if I want him to be a communion slave. I need redundancy, and the problem is I only have 2 Astro Mages here. I have these 2. I don't think I have any of the slave matrices. I don't. This is my 3rd Astro Mage, so I could just use him. I think that's what we're gonna do. I don't really want to waste this gear, which is basically what it's gonna amount to if I do that. So I think because I was kind of looking at different things in tests, this guy, he's not going to do that much. We're just going to make him a slave. And actually, he can do ethereal, and then he can be a slave. And that way, this will be just one more way to make sure we get body ethereal on my guy. And this all should happen before Mr. Hands actually needs him. Because Mr. Hands doesn't need him to do Power of the Spheres, he just needs him for Sultry. So in theory, both of my guys could do something else turn 1. Which actually is not a horrible idea. Well, they're going to be... I put them out on the fringes, too. And there's a very, very good chance they're going to die. In fact, I can't think of... Because they're going to be getting hit by meteors and stuff. I mean, they'll have Phoenix Pyre on them, potentially. Most likely. I don't think putting armor on them would help some, but not much. They're already gonna have Army of Gold. These guys are basically dead. I think anything I put on them is just gonna die or get lost. Now this guy, he's gonna have a communion, a crystal matrix on him, and he's gonna do summon Earth Power, which actually I'm not sure he really need. Well, no, he'll need. This will get him up to Earth 4 with Earth Power in this, and that will allow him to do Weapons of Sharpness. And that should go on. He should cast it here on this cluster here, and basically on Mr. Hands. And Weapons of Sharpness is going to help us chop through his tarts when they close into melee, because they should close into... Well, we've already got that. But this hits for a lot. Basically, it's going to significantly increase the damage outlay. Flesh Eater's not armor piercing. This one is, but it's going to make him more killy. The important thing he's doing, the most important thing he's doing, is he's casting regeneration the first turn of the fight. Where the hell are you? Okay, yeah, regeneration. Summon Earth Power regeneration second turn, which is probably fine. There's a small chance we get Soul Slayed, but we have pretty good magic resistance. You know what we actually should do? Because... No, I need somebody to turn 1 anti-magic. And he's my backup communion slave. I don't, like, really need him. But both of these should... Both of these should still trigger. The only thing I'm worried about... Anti-magic's gonna cost, what, 100? Okay, wait, let's look at the spells. It's... Yeah, it's 3, but takes... So if I'm Astral 2 and I put an extra gem in it, it'll just cost me 100 fatigue. But then I'm going to be fatigued out. I might not actually get... So I could do this, but then I'm going to lose that. I'm basically giving that away. I mean, I have to do turn 1 anti-magic. I don't think that's optional. Okay, we're just gonna have to sacrifice this. So anyway, that's just how it's gonna be. Now this guy, who is part of the communion, okay, regeneration. I don't know how important all this is. There's a good chance with the script I'm gonna do, my god is gonna cast a lot of that shit on himself. I mean, it might be better if we do... weapons of sharpness, I think, is pretty important. So we'll do that, because I do want to get that off. But then maybe we do something like Temper Flesh in the retreat. And there'll be a good chance this guy gets off the battlefield, I think. Now what's going to happen, I've got him on spells, so he's going to cast spells in the back for a good long while, and he's going to basically make my... I mean, my communion slaves are going to pop, so actually buffing up the communion slaves doesn't matter, they're just dead. All the communion slaves are dead. Put this on him. I don't know what he's going to cast for Blood Slaves. We'll give him a few more. He can kind of do whatever he wants to. But hopefully he'll do damage reversal. That would be sick. So this guy's gonna stand over here on the side, do Earth Power, Iron Will, Army of Gold. No, he actually needs to be in... What's the range on Army? Okay, it's actually pretty far. So he's gonna stand in range for Army of Gold. I'm gonna put these guys so they don't cluster too tight. Anyway, he should hit with Iron Will in case anti-magic fucks up. Because anything is possible. We've got a redundant form of MR, because getting MR on this guy is going to be really, really important. And then Army of Gold should hit all the water elementals, which we're going to make... We're spending 30 gems on water elementals. And what that hopefully is going to do is let all my guys retreat. And it's going to give my god some time to do some buffs off script in case I miss stuff. And it will probably help to thin out his army, and it will make sure a lot of his mages get pretty fatigued out before kind of my god closes in. But honestly, I probably am a little overkill. Like, we don't need that much, and the more I put in, the more likely these mages are going to die. So I think we're actually just going to do 6 gems. And then retreat. Like, going the extra mile here, I don't think is the right play. We're using these boots. Honestly, he should only be fatigued out 1 turn. So I don't know how this will work. Soul Drain's pretty important, though. I think soul drain, like if my god dies, it's gonna be really bad. I think we're just gonna not be super stingy and we're gonna risk this thing. So anyway, we're gonna be doing living water 3 times, then we're gonna be putting Army of Gold up, and that will hit my god. But it's also gonna hit the water elementals, and it will also hit my communion slaves, who are gonna have Phoenix Pyre and Iron Skin, so it'll be kind of tough. But they're not gonna have a ton of buffs. And I think we're gonna try to get this guy out of dodge, so he's only gonna stick around for a few turns. He's gonna get Weapons of Sharpness off, regeneration, and then haul ass off there. And honestly, okay, Earth power is important for Weapons of Sharpness. So I think this will be okay for him. Anti-magic, communion slave, living water, retreat. The thing I need to make sure I do, and I think I've got one... you. We need to make sure we get quickness on my god. Put him right here, and he's going to cast quickness. The other thing I want to make sure we get on is... Wave Warriors. Actually, probably be a little trickier. I think this would work if we do... like a Wave Warriors here, and then... Area of effect is 5. Communion slave, like that should work. And we might go and alter it and test it. And in some ways I was thinking, like, do I want to show y'all all the detailed testing we're going to do, or do I just want to show you some of this setup? I think we're actually going to go and load up the test game I've made. And the test game doesn't have as big of an army, but honestly the bigger army is just going to make it easier for me. So make sure I've got all the important people. Wave Warriors, Communion Slave. And we'll do this... we'll do some of these changes. Like, this isn't going to be exact, and I'm not going to spend time making it exact. But the test game we have will be kind of... it'll be roughly similar. Okay, wait. I gotta... one second, I'm pausing it. Okay, I've got the test game pulled up. So, okay, I've got an army. It's only 130. I mean, we could move in more chaff, but honestly, and it could change the outcome in that the army wore out, but it's not going to make it any harder. So, I've got some people busting out. Let's just double check the script we've got here. Not everybody here is busting out. Only the people I have selected are busting out. So, basically, here's the same script. We're gonna give him a few extra gems, but not too many. And then, anti-magic communion slave. Nice, that's the same script we had. But we gave him... I guess this guy's like the backup. Let's give you Wave Warriors communion slave. You can just be communion slave. Okay. The Wave Warriors Communion Slave will put you kind of close. This guy's Earth Power, Quickness, Army of Gold. Which, okay, he's just somebody to cast Quickness on him. This guy, Summon Earth Power, Regen, Weapons of Sharpness will just get you the hell out. Retreat. We're gonna do Living Water 2 instead of 3. And we've got a few too many, so we're just gonna do 6. And that's basically it. I can't think of any buffs we're exactly missing. Now there's some things I had, like a Water 1 guy doing Quickness. I got somebody else doing it here. It should basically be the same. Okay. And let's just watch and see how this goes here. Now, we are going to double check with Tienchi. So this is the army I have set up. We've got a bunch of people doing Soul Slay and such. I do want to have some of these guys on Advance and Cast Spell that I didn't really have on Advance and Cast Spell. Like, have you on it? This guy's not, but I think it's going to be harder if we put her on Advance and Cast. We'll just do Advance and Cast Spell is going to be, I think, in general, scarier for me. That guy attack. I think we'll turn this guy actually into... Anyway, we'll turn him into an attacker. Okay, because he didn't do much as a caster, if I recall, and we'll just see how this goes. And I might have actually lost it, because normally it goes way farther than this. Or I might have just killed everybody, we'll see. And why is this guy running right away? Oh, that's Wailing Winds. So that's going to be... That's another variable, is my guys could run before they get to do anything. Yeah, actually a few of them are. Like this guy is, who's supposed to be part of my communion. So that's actually a really important reason to have, like, a lot of redundancy. Okay, it actually stopped us from getting Soul Drain off, so I don't know what's going to happen if we don't have Soul Drain. We do have Meteor Shower. But our regen is 20%, so that's okay. Oh, he did Master and Slave instead. Which is hilarious, because he wouldn't even cast it in the last fight. Now he does it off script. But we're fatigued out here, and that wouldn't normally happen. And see, with Soul Drain up, we would be at like 600 HP right now. Now, there's a few things that could kill him, like Streams of Life are doing MR checks, but he's got really high MR. Okay, they killed him. Okay, and he died. How did he die? Didn't he have Phoenix Fire? Okay, so that's like an important case, because I haven't really seen this happen. So I'm like completely fatigued out here. Okay, and I die with Phoenix Fire, so it doesn't do anything. So getting Soul Drain up actually is really important. We're going to go ahead and reload it. We're going to kind of watch it again real quick. Okay, and I've pulled it back up. So I think what's important, what I'm getting from this is, like, I fucking around with people with, with this Wailing Winds up on my communion slaves, like I need at least 3 slaves right away, and they can't have anything they do beforehand. Which means, basically I've got to bring in another guy to cast anti-magic turn 1, or, yeah, I think so, because otherwise Soul Slay's gonna murder all my guys. Not even my main dude, my other guys. So I think somebody's gonna come in with boots of quickness or something, cast anti-magic, and just haul ass off the battlefield. Anyway, this is kind of the kit that I had before. I didn't change too much. We're gonna come down, because this was kind of like the previous thing I had saved, so we're gonna just get it down to 6, because I don't think I need that many, and we'll just see if that affects the battle at all. Because we kind of were changing too many variables there with... Okay, and let's see how this works. But importantly, I died in then last one, but I didn't get turned into a frog. They weren't casting Frog Prince or anything, which would be horrible. Like, if that were a significant risk... I mean, like, it is a significant risk, but like, if it happened in any of my tests even once, I probably wouldn't do it. We might have actually all died here. It looks like the battle timed out. Okay, we got paralyzed. But, okay, wait, Meteor Shower hasn't gone off yet. Soldiering went off, though. Oh no, Meteor Shower did go off. Oh no, they're Gifts of Heavening my summons. How long am I freaking paralyzed for? Jesus Christ. Okay, this hasn't happened before. So we have Soldiering off, but we did not get Meteor Shower. Now what that means is Meteor Shower is going to do a large amount to take out his little mage core. So we're probably going to get really afflicted. But with Soldiering up, they just can't kill us. Not terribly quickly. Okay, and then the battle time's out and they're running. Okay, we all die. Did I have people that made it all the way to the end? Okay, let's see. We need to watch this again. I need to see what happened, how we got paralyzed. Okay, first of all, my MR is only 23. Okay, so I didn't have anti-magic go off, is what happened. Okay, we're gonna pause and reload. Okay, and I've pulled it back up. So this guy, we're gonna put him here. He's gonna do anti-magic and retreat, and he's gonna break siege too. So this is the guy I'm gonna have to pull in my real game, because we had one of the communion slaves doing it, but there's a risk with Wailing Winds that the communion slaves will run before they go turn into communion slaves, and we need them up to get Soul Drain. And if we don't have Soul Drain, then if we die once, it's a good chance we're gonna die again. But anti-magic, I think, is gonna go a long way to fix some of the problems we're having. Now, I think in our game too, we had some redundancy, like, I don't know, we had a lot more redundancy than I think I put in here. Like, people doing Iron Will and stuff that we're not doing here. So let's go ahead and let this one host again. But honestly, like that last battle, okay, everybody blew up and died. Probably was okay for me. Like, just completely clearing him off, even if Mr. Hands has to die. It's okay. Now, it looks like we had a similar outcome here. So maybe this is telling me something. Okay, so we have Soul Drain going up. There's Phoenix Pyre. There goes Meteor Shower. We should put Blood Slaves on him. We're gonna do it again, because I want to see what he casts when he goes off script if he has Blood Slaves. Like, if he does damage reversal, that would be so sick. Now, what is he now? Oh, he did get paralyzed, okay. So, high magic resistance, but he didn't get paralyzed super quickly. It took him a while. But we've got a lot of the important things up. Now, we're getting smacked by this tart, who is not one of the scarier tarts. Like, this is a far scarier tart. And we should have 20% magic, regeneration. Yeah, so... And you can see we have 600 HP. Now, if we go back over here, he has Ankh, so he's definitely going to have Life After Death, which is also one of the things... I didn't have Ankh in this battle, but I did script Life After Death. So as these guys get hit by meteors, they turn into little undead. And when they get hit a second time, then they're dead. But they have to get hit by a meteor, and they have to fail the luck check. I think. Okay, we're about to come out of being paralyzed. We're mute, which is not good. It is going to reduce our effective magic defense, because it's going to cut our spell level. And Soul Drain's working, but yeah, we're no longer up at 600 HP. We're now relying on that regen. Okay, and we're Berserk. And this guy's smacking the shit out of us. He's got Boots of Quickness. This is the guy he has kitted with Ember, and then the horns and quickness and all that shit. So, I mean, he is hurting. Honestly, I've had, like, way worse outcomes while we're watching it here together than I did when I tested it. Like, this, it was never this bad. Well, that's not completely true. I mean, it was this bad at the beginning, but once I changed some of the scripting and stuff, it seemed to improve. They actually kill him. Lost an eye, that's a bad start. He hasn't lost both eyes. Oh, he's petrified, that's why his defense is 0. We're just petrified right now. Immediately gets petrified again. Petrified I do not think is MR negates. The way I understand petrified to work is you get turned to stone, which gives you improved defense, and then if you fail a check, then you die. But we have really high MR, so we don't really fail many checks. Okay, we kill him. Now these guys have routed. Now the problem is we have to kill all these guys before the battle time's out, and that's not going to happen, so we're all going to die. Okay, we actually won that. Yeah, okay, this from the perspective of Tienchi. So, yeah, Atlantis won that battle. We're gonna do it one more time. The thing I'm gonna change is... we're gonna do the full elementals, we're not gonna do the smaller amount. And that gives me more time to cast shit. We're gonna keep doing the one guy who does anti-magic and retreating. And I'm gonna give my guy blood slaves. So, anyway, be right back. Okay, I'm back. I got a new one pulled up. I've done a few things. We've given him blood slaves now. I don't think I had Wave Warriors scripted, which actually was a pretty damn important script. Not getting afflictions is really nice, and then cutting some of the damage coming in, because I didn't have time to do like Temper Flesh or stuff in my other script. Anyway, I gotta make sure I get this guy. This is my anti-magic caster, so Prague Siege. Wait, who did I have doing Wave Warriors? I know I had one of the guys. So we'll go ahead and watch this. This will be interesting. It could be significantly different. Just, if he, I don't know, if he does damage reversal, it'll be hilarious. Okay, so the battle did not time out, because it has to go to like turn 135, I think, to time out, or something around there. It only went to 111. Now, him having a bigger army could mean that there's a bigger likelihood that the battle will time out, but really, everybody's gonna run off the battle once it starts timing out. The only people I really have to like guarantee I kill are his communion masters, or communion slaves, who can't run. The other thing I may want to do is get a Gift of the Hair on him so that he runs faster. And that'll be potentially important at the end of the battle when we're chasing people down. Did we do damage reversal? Or, oh no, there goes Meteor Shower. Let's see what he casts. So their Meteor Shower goes out. Rip Communion Slaves. Invulnerability. We should have gotten Wave Warriors on him, though. Yeah, Wave Warriors hit. You can see Liquid Body, the buff right here. Astral Shield. It's not bad. Mist Form, kind of a waste versus Tarts. It's a 27 MR. Strength of Gaia. Not great, but it'll add to strength potentially. So I'll hit a little harder. Because I think I should have already been 20 regen. Curse of Stone's not good. So it doesn't appear he did it. Flying Shield's good. He's doing important buffs. Here's Living Earth. Yeah, I think we're gonna take the Blood Slaves off. Fire Shield. Okay, the first Tart has come up. And this is his, like, very killy Tart. We've already destroyed his shield. He's probably about dead. Next hit will probably kill him, yeah. But we got hit, and so that triggers us to go berserk, and now we go running in. This is more typical of what this has kind of looked like in the past. I think it was actually having enough chaff up in front. Okay, we got petrified when we get in range. Stupid petrify. His little communion slave thing back here is getting dumpstered on. Now, Meteor Shower is probably not going to kill any of the Tarts, because they're all going to have regen from mass regen. And they have to get hit twice before they regen up, and it's just pretty unlikely. This actually, I think, was a Wraith Lord in the... Any of my slaves in the back survived? It appears the answer is no. Yeah, they're gonna get blown up just from getting fatigued out. Problem is, I would love to get some of this loot, like the artifacts. It's just not gonna happen. Petrify, holy shit. Yeah, Gift of the Hair would be just super clutch. So I think that's something we're gonna go add to the script. Okay, they've run off the battlefield. And those were his mages, actually, not undead, that we just killed. It's okay, we got him. Now, let's go ahead and kind of take our learnings and apply them to our game. We're gonna make sure we do Gift of the Hair. Am I blind? Oh, here it is. Okay, so Gift of the Hair retreat. Good. We have... Oh, actually, we have you. So, we can do a few more things. You who are doing Gift of the Hair... That's fine. We'll do that. We'll be redundant here. We'll also give you a Gift of the Hair from you. And she can also do Moss Body, which will not be great, but it'll be okay. So she can do Moss Body, and then... Or no, we don't really care about Moss Body as much. What we care about is Gift of the Hair, then Moss Body. It's a distant second priority. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. And retreat. So she'll fluff him up and then run. These guys we've decided, hey, look, we need... Okay, good. And then everybody, sorry, we're doing communion slaving immediately. Okay. So we've got that. Let's just double check. Okay, everybody coming in. We've got this. We've got Army of Gold popping at about the right time. We've got two communion slaves. Where's my third? This is actually good too, because honestly, like, you're just dead. So I'd be guaranteed to lose that gear. But now if I have somebody else come in, like, I want to see if he can magic phase me here. I think I'm actually safer coming in from this direction. Like, he would have to, I think, magic phase me here and here. If we look at the movement, it's 11 and 10. Yeah, I think you would have to magic phase both of these in order to block this guy from coming in. So and we can actually be like a little efficient. Like we can just do anti-magic and then retreat. Put him in some kind of funny spot. Okay. So now this guy's coming in. So he's doing the turn 1 anti-magic. Then we're gonna have... Okay, this guy's the redundancy with Iron Will. He's not in range though. We don't have, I don't believe, anybody doing... Man, let's save the Earth Astral guy. So I think this guy's just gonna do... Well, we don't need to do quickness. I've already got a quickness fluffer. I think this guy can actually just hang tight. Okay. So I think that's it. Now the other thing we're going to do, and this will potentially disrupt troop movement, and critically, it should also... Wait, we're gonna need one more thing. It should kill some of his communion slaves, which is a mission that we are very much in support of. Because that will mean less paralyze and potentially less... less petrify. Is we are going to blast him with murder. How much is Murdering Winter? Is it 40? God, I cannot save gems. I'm getting attacked so much. I'm just having to spend an absurd amount of gems every turn. I mean, it really is a little crazy what I have to do to stay in this game. 97, that's kind of a lot. I'm starting to get a big army over here. Oh, we don't have Wave Warriors. Shit. Well, look, we're gonna have the one of you guys. You can do Wave Warriors for your first casting. Okay, and that should hit Mr. Hands. Okay, so now we should have everything. We have Wave Warriors, we have redundancy on magic resistance, we've got regeneration, Gift of the Hair twice, which is going to help him chase people down. We've got a quickness caster, who's this guy. We've got Wave Warriors, Living Water, our early anti-magic caster. This guy with the redundant Gift of Hair, Moss Body. And I think this is pretty good in terms of our script. And then we've got Murdering Winter coming down. And that is gonna, I mean, Murdering Winter, if we look at this battle report, it's gonna kill, like, literally half of all of the chaff. Every single bit of chaff here, even his red guards, it might kill half of them. And then it's gonna kill a lot of his mages, which hopefully will mess up some of his script. Like, if we look at some of his important mages, like, let's look at his important ones. This is an important one. Okay, he's got cold resistance 5, but only 9 HP. Now, it does like 12 damage plus DRN, and it's armor negating. If it's cold 3, let's make sure it's cold 3. Oh, it's only fucking cold 2. It's the middle of summer? I think next turn it'll be not in summer, and then hopefully it'll be back up to cold 3. Yeah, it should be. So yeah, it'll be cold 3, so it should do 12 damage. Or no, 14 damage, sorry, because it's 8 plus 2 per cold scale, so 14 damage. And so, like that guy we were just looking at, he's got... Okay, well, we'll look at this guy instead. He's got 5 cold resistance, 9 HP, which means we should kill him, just right off the bat. Like, or we have a 50% chance of killing him, because his protection's not going to help. The only things that are going to help you is cold resistance and hit points. So he doesn't really make the cut, because it's 14, and we do 14 plus DRN. So I think we'll kill 50% of even their important mages, which could mean some important things don't go off. Like, who here has an Ankh? Might be one of the tarts. But I kind of remember it also potentially being... Oh, I think it was maybe one of you guys. This guy. Yeah, he had the Ankh. So obviously those guys are going to be fine. But like this guy, he could definitely die. He's got a ring of fire. Like, okay, if I hit you from flames from the sky, he might live. This guy, he's got 20 HP because he's a prophet. But his base HP is going to be much lower. So his current max is 3. So probably going to kill his prophet. Not probably, there's a 50% chance. And then, yeah, all these guys, they're going to have a 50% chance of dying. I think. If my understanding of the mysterious mechanics are correct, then that is what will happen. This guy probably die. Now, he actually may be above the threshold, because he's got 5 and 10, so it's 15. So I think I have to get some kind of dice roll in addition to just him being selected. But, you know, like this guy's got a ton of gear on him. So anyway. I think hitting it with one Murdering Winter will go a long way to make this less painful for us. Now, we're going to get hit by a fire blast when we cast it on ourselves, so we're going to go ahead and put a Ring of Fire on him too. That should work. The Blood Slaves weren't that good. They were just chaff. We'll do a few more. We'll do like 12. Well, no, we're just gonna do Soul Drain. I don't want to go too. Well, we'll do like that. We don't need too many here for the pearls, and I don't want to go nuts. We don't need too many here either. I don't know if I think I don't want too many extra gems for the meteor shower or whatever, because we'll spam some spells out, but I'd rather kind of I want some number of turns to pass, like maybe 15, 20, and then I want them to make melee contact, so I go berserk, and then I run in. But we've got 3 immediate communion slaves, so one of them can run. We've got people coming in for anti-magic. We've got quickness. I think we've got everything. So we're gonna try it. Now, if they bust in, then I think we're fucked. Like, I think everybody in here is basically doing something. So that's that. Now, what are things that can kind of throw this whole plan off? Like, we could get assassinated. I've got, obviously, the assassination defenses in. If they get one of my communion slaves in an assassination and one of them runs, that's a way I might lose my god. But honestly, it's not a huge deal if he dies. It's not a huge deal. And it's worth it to just delay this, because I don't want to lose all the gem. I don't want Tienchi getting stronger. I don't want to lose the throne. So we're going to go for a big play here. It's expensive. It's going to cost me like 30 gems at least, or probably like 50 gems of spells in the battle. Another 40 gems of just casting. So it's like 100 gems, but that's only like half a turn of income. And then if I die, I'm gonna lose a fair amount of gear. So okay, that's that part, and we've only covered like a part of the turn now, and it's been an hour and a half. But I've already spent way more than that on this, so... go ahead and make... probably use that. Alright, you guys... probably use some more of those. I'll make another one of these. So one thing we do need to make sure we're doing is I need to make sure that, as much as I can anyway, looking for a golem, which is a sign that we're about to get attacked by some stupid hooker, by his bone grinding squad. Do I not have... I kind of need coral blades. We need more life after death. What is it going to take to do life after death efficiently? I have to be death forward, which basically means I need liches. We might have to make some more liches. I kind of didn't want to, but I think we got to. All the places he can cheese me with his little bone grinding squad, we're gonna have to do it. Okay. Seems fine. Okay, we're gonna preach here. We're gonna search. Okay, we had you return home. He's got some worm mages here. The worm mages are almost definitely gonna come here. And it's like, okay, if worm mages are coming there, what is good against worm mages? Well, fire elementals. And an enslaved mind. So that's kind of what I'm thinking about here. Give you some boots. And I think we're gonna put real armor on you. We're gonna have you come here. So, I think we're actually gonna do living fire too. Make that control 7. Trip here. Okay, so this should work. I kind of would like to get this back. I don't know if I care a ton. Now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna move as many of these Shade Mail Hawkbergs as I can out. It's like, you sneak over here. Do we have someone you? Anybody here have Shade Mails? Do a quick inventory scan here. Okay, we've got to figure out what to do with my Lich, who has been reasonably effective in insurgency efforts. I think he's kind of done his thing. I think we're gonna sneak over this way. And then we can potentially go somewhere else. I'm not sure where exactly. Damn elves with Vanarus. I have no idea what he's got anywhere. Now this guy we should probably deploy somewhere. And this guy we definitely need to have keep going. I think I'd already done part of this turn and I forgot to save it or something. So I think we're gonna move here. This fort is cracked, Fascia is not cracked. Okay, you're gonna make a temple. There's a death match. What the fuck happened to you? How did you get muted? That's actually like a major bummer. Oh, that's the fatigue damage we took. Well, so much for doing life after life. Okay, so I think what this is telling me... Your time is basically done. We're gonna use this guy as a raider now. Okay, you can keep that. I don't want him getting soul slayed. So we'll probably figure out a way to stick Amulet of Anti-Magic on him. Okay. So we're gonna give him a little rating script here. Invulnerability, Soul Vortex, Skeletal Body, hold attack closest, okay? And then he has pretty high MR, he'll probably be okay against the occasional mind blasting. But if he dies, I'm kind of okay with that too. His magic resistance, not super high. Okay. So far we haven't been mind hunted, and we've had plenty of good mind hunting opportunities. So you... Okay, you're just gonna do a turn 1 life after death. Okay. For a hat, the horned helmet. He'll be pretty... I think he's pretty well assassin-proof. Limp isn't really a problem. Okay, we've got our Will of Fates. I don't know if I need to do Light of the Northern Star. Yeah, I shouldn't. Well, it's gonna take a lot of... It's gonna nail my fatigue. We're already getting a lot of afflictions. He's got dementia too. Maybe we switch you... Do I have another astral guy? We do. I think we're gonna have to switch who does what. So this guy who's all afflicted... Okay, you're just gonna get our little generic script here, buddy. Okay. This guy who we gave all the things you had to, we're gonna go... His whole job is just getting... Will of Fates off. So he's Astral 3, he'll be Astral 4 with it up. We're gonna get kind of punished on fatigue, like we're gonna take quite a bit of damage. That might be okay. Yeah, so... Can't do Power of the Spheres because we're already going to have it up. I think we will do Light of the Northern Star. So that's going to cost us a lot of fatigue, though. We just do Will of Fates and eat it. Probably it's worth throwing some kind of armor on him, though. I think that's okay. So anyway, this army's going to march forward this way, which will give us... Hopefully there's a fort here we can siege, or maybe we move on Fascia. I think we're going to have... I think I'm going to offer this to Vanarus. So how about you get the Fascia Island? I won't contest you for that. That should serve as a good way to bind peace. It will I probably could take while some of my other I don't think I'm going to say all that. I think we're just going to say, I won't contest you for that. Perhaps that is a good gesture that can keep us bound in peace. What are your plans for the next 10 turns? Okay. So we're going to offer him Fascia. I mean, I would love to have it. It's just, I mean, Fascia is just a great site. You know, they've got the 100 extra gold, thaumaturgy bonus. I mean, you would just love to have that. I mean, it's just, I mean, it's a huge income boon. So, but I think I'm going to give it to him. So we'll move there. Now this golem I have to decide what we're going to do with. This guy needs to retreat. If we get magic-faced attacked. I think I'm going to move him here too. We'll be a little less likely to get sniped by something. We also, and I know I did part of my turn, because this guy, I'd already taken the gear off. He was one of the guys who did mind hunting and got feeble-minded, so we'll have him go. Now, I do want to raid relay and stuff reasonably efficiently. This guy's going to be pretty good at it. But I think if I pin whatever's in this fort over here... I assume this is a fort. You know, it may not be. This is probably a pretty safe move. It's unlikely he's going to have water elemental patrollers here. This will be decent against water elementals too. And ideally, it'd be better to have... I think that's okay. It's okay. We're going to teleport him down here. God, we're just struggling to save the requisite gems we're going to need to do a big global. I mean, we are trying. We are really trying. Here, what are we doing? I think we're gonna actually summon some vine ogres, which we're pretty good at, like, clogging up a gate, which we may need. Maybe we actually do, like, Horde of Skeletons, and then Lamashtas. Maybe just do 2 Lamashtas? They could kill my own guys, though. But I don't know. What did he attack here? It's probably fine. And let's put him far away from more valuable guys. I think we're going to jump back up to pretty high stuff, or strong stuff. And actually, you know, I think instead we're going to go ahead and give you this Ring of Returning that we had down here. Go ahead and move these guys back in position somewhere. But I think these were the guys that died in, or they got hit in that deal with Shinuyama back there. Could potentially go on this guy too. I wonder if I have a... honestly, didn't I make some? No, we probably need to make more magic pin gear. You know, maybe that's what I do with these guys, because, like, you guys are making... Eye of the Void. Get another kit. The nice thing about moving this out on scouts, I'm taking these shade mails out if you didn't see. The nice thing about moving them out on scouts is I'm using a cheaper, better armor for the actual fighting. And then if they die, which is of course always a risk, we're not going to risk basically the shade mail getting killed. I don't think I have any more. I think this is okay. Maybe we go site search those. Well, no, I think I want to keep this. We'll get this gnome. Let's get him actually in position out here. We don't have any Earth guys here. We do need to think about finding somebody. This guy's doing Army of Lead. This guy should be our Army of Goldcaster for way over here. Okay, hopefully we don't get attacked this turn. Oh good, we do have another shade mail, so that'll be nice. Go ahead and take a shade mail. Yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this. Okay, you guys wait. You, good sir. You actually need a patrol. You probably got the right script, you just need some gems. You can actually retreat after that. We're gonna go ahead and bump this up to like 30. That way if he moves something in, we have a decent chance of holding. You know, we don't have anybody here in particular with... Give my retreat command. I will give you... Why not? I mean, we'll probably still lose if he attacks without these guys, but it's fine. Okay, I think we've site-searched fire pretty damn completely at this point. The other thing we kind of need to figure out, or at least... Okay, you're gonna go up. I have like already played this turnout, and none of the things I did got saved. I remember what we were gonna do with you. You were gonna get another fairy queen. Because we've had some die. Here's our tart, who we can use for fun tart things. Oh, she's already Astral 3, means we don't really need any gear on her. You can give her a Frostbrand. Oh, she only gets one thing, useless kick. It's probably okay. What other shoes do I have? Not too much. Put this on for if I need to run, and then a bracer. Okay. And then she can teleport somewhere. Lost an arm and a chest wound. Two huge tarts on top. Kind of just asking for trouble to go jump on top of it. It doesn't buy me much. I need to do things which are going to buy me stuff. What's going to buy me something? Quickly taking over relay is going to buy me a lot. He's not really in range. I wonder if I have an Axe of Hate. This actually would be pretty good for killing this guy. This guy's gonna Phoenix Pyre. There's a Tartarian Monstrum here. So he's gonna Phoenix Pyre and then try to kill me. But if we have an Axe of Hate, Phoenix Pyre is not gonna work. So we can do... Let's make sure we get there before we do our script. I think we're in range, yeah. So I think we're gonna do... Body Ethereal is not gonna matter a ton here. Do I have a shock resistance thing? I don't. So, okay, we're gonna do that, then we're gonna do Earthmite, Temper Flesh, Then we'll do Legions of Steel on attack closest. And then we have a fair amount of reinvigoration, so I think we'll be fine with that script. And we should chop him right up. He'll get fatigued out. That'll be the end of him. Now, if we do that, I want to be able to get out without threat of being teleported on. So I probably should go scrounge up another shade mail somewhere. Have I used all my shade mails? Okay, we're gonna take your shade mail off. Sorry, bud. You can still walk out there with him. But where's this guy? Okay, wait, so he's going here, so we need to move one guy here, ideally with stealth. Well, they'll be stealthy if they have shade mail, it doesn't matter. So like that. Script him to retreat in case anything bad happens. Okay. So we do that. I think there's a... We'll go back and check what they have there, and I'm going to save this turn in case something bad happens. So we're going to go back and check. I think it was 99 when it attacked me. Yeah. So it's got Gore, which is a magic attack. 2 normal attacks. And it regenerates. So Temper Flesh is going to be important. I think Body Ethereal is important too. Honestly, this is kind of a waste. We probably should find something better for this if I have it. Okay, here we go. Shock resistance. But we don't really need... Oh, but I don't know if shocking will work on him. Let's just see what else we have. Honestly, if I'm just going to try to kill him quickly, I think I need to swap out what I've got on my golem. He's teleporting to 258, which I think is... Is it 286? Okay, he's going to 286 because we're going to have to redo that. Okay, we're going to give you... Wait. I'm going to take it off you? Okay. You are going to get this. Well, I kind of do want her to have a bracer. Okay, well, let's script her out, and we're going to come down and finish him. So you're going to get both of these. So you'll be actually kind of hard to hit with 15. You should chop the shit out of him. 3 magic attacks, so being ethereal is not going to matter. Yeah. But we're going to be ethereal. We'll negate 2 out of 3 of his attacks. Iron Skin, Temper Flesh means Fire Shield's not going to hurt me. Legions of Steel, good. And then we're going to fatigue him out, and he's going to die. Perfect. So we're going to teleport him there. Then... our golem, we are going to teleport him. We already know where, we just have to make sure we give him the right miscellaneous item. should put this on him. That way he can returning out if he needs to. I feel like this probably is where I need to go. We'll go here, because then if he's gonna... He probably thinks he has one more turn if he's got a fort here. So we'll go here, and then we'll move our army on top, and we'll move him off to raid. That'll pin his mages into... Here, we're gonna shit out you guys. And we're trying to get this preached back up. We've got 2 guys preaching. We'll get 3, and then we'll call it. Okay, you don't need this anymore. Okay, this will potentially charm somebody. If he sends a tard in or something. You... I'm not even really sure where I want this guy to go. If I end up keeping these lands, it would be pretty nice to go ahead and get my Dominion pushed. I guess we'll move you back this way. Then scouts, we'll have you hang tight. We've built our temple here, so our temples are up to 39. We need one more temple, which I think I'm building somewhere. Wasn't I building a temple? Oh yeah, we're building a temple in this Relayan fort we just took. So that'll put us up at 40. So that's nice. We're gonna go ahead and move him up this way too. Let's take some of these guys and we'll move them here, and that way they will serve as good chaff for assassination attempts. Move you here. Need more scouts. I think we're kind of set on mages and troops for this part of the world. What we are not set on it for is assassination chaff. We are gonna need to think about getting probably these guys. Having my group, which is gonna ninja around. Okay, we do have our army of goldcasters pretty much everywhere. We don't have them here. I don't see golems. Okay, we probably could use some more hats. And then for you... God, I cannot believe it's a late game and I'm just shitting out scouts to deal with assassins. It's such an annoying feature. Let's bring some more of these guys for that dude. Oh wait, no, he's already got a bodyguard. So he's going to come over this way. We're going to kind of preach here. Getting more mages and more troops. We definitely need reinforcements in this part of the world. Bakemono sorcerers and white mages. So he's probably coming over to try to cheese me here. many gems left. I think the only reasonable thing I can do here against what he's gonna do is just have this guy patrol and do Army of Lead. And then retreat. He's kind of got a lot of hit points. And this guy can just patrol too. See, they can both be right next to each other. Like, unfortunately, this army doesn't have death support, so I can't do life after death, but we can just do luck twice. Then take some water gems from somewhere. And maybe this will allow him to, you know, if they come in, because I think this is where I'm about to get cheesed. If they come in, we'll do luck, water power. I think that will work. We'll see. If this guy dies, such is life. Now we could teleport on top of this guy. These guys need to move back with retreat scripts. This is really what it takes to play in the late game. You can see it's just intense. We're already at 2 hours, and I've already like spent probably 4 or 5 hours thinking about this. I mean, this is a particularly challenging turn, but just crazy. Okay, what is it going to take to kill this guy? I mean, honestly, just a shit ton of water elementals. It's gonna feel a lot better than getting up in close combat with him. We have a Ring of Returning. So, just have to find more water gems. Should be remarkably easy, right? Give you a hat. Oh wait, no, you have to have a special hat. So we're gonna teleport. Okay, find more water gems. I mean, honestly... Well, I don't want to fuck around with this one, but that's probably the logical place to take them. Do I have any... Four is not really enough. Okay, so I'm not going to alchemize pearls. Okay, we're just going to take some off of you guys, sorry. Summon water. Okay, it's just gonna be my hotkey 3. Advance and cast spells should do it. Okay, and then... Okay, we do have a guy we can assassinate with, but that's not really the ideal target. We're probably going to get attacked here, so we'll do token province defense. But this guy, if he moves Kappas in, then we're going to kind of potentially assassinate. Let's go see what we've got here. Continue site searching. And then... Getting stretched a little thin, if you can't tell. I think we'll make another... I kind of need some more magic pin gear. Should we do another one of... I think we're set. We're going to hold on to our gems. You know, these I haven't actually finished site searching. I don't know if I want to risk going anywhere else. Well, yeah, she could get feeble-minded with homesickness. We're not going to have her leave. Okay, you're going to pick up this and then march your ass over here. Okay, actually a lot of blood slaves. You're going to make another vampire. This is our next vampire. You were going to come here. Do we have a thing for you? Yeah. Okay, we need to make another... Actually, we're going to go ahead and put this on you, and we're going to have you make another one of them. Another Sanguine Dalsingrad here. Let's make... Hang tight. I don't really have any particular plans for you. Thank God we got another preacher here, so we got 2 guys. And hopefully that will kind of turn this province around and get us... It's kind of like a threshold thing, because once our dominion goes up, we'll be less susceptible to his dominion pushing in. We definitely need one more, though. Honestly, we don't really need that many more troops. God, this one definitely needs it. Okay, we're gonna get more undead that we're gonna mobilize towards the Shiniyama front. This province isn't even worth anything. I don't really know why I'm trying to defend it so hard. If I were really clever, I could try to cut off the retreat routes from Tienchi. But I feel like that stretches me just a little too thin here. Okay, we definitely want to see this battle, what Vanarus is doing. And I think that's about it. Okay, we've made it, guys. We've gotten to the end of this turn. Holy shit. The thing we're going to double check real quick is that we didn't somehow mess all this up. Now, a lot of this actually not super well defended. Probably take it. Okay. So we're going to double check the important battle, and then it's going to be game time. We'll check for gems and things like that. So you've got... We're not going to be stingy on gems. You get as many gems as you want for Soul Train. Meteor Shower will give you some extra ones too. We're not going to change things from what I had in the script. Okay. Wave Warriors, Living Water, Third Communion Slave, more Living Water, our Anti-Magic Caster, Gift of the Hair Moss Body, Living Water, Living Water. Okay, I think we're set. Alright guys, it's been a crazy fucking turn. See you next time.